right, you guys laugh.
Good afternoon, VV Nation, and welcome to the channel. Let me move over a little bit. Actually, oh man, I'm going to mess this all up for you, Koo. Okay. Yep, I just did. I messed it all up, but that's all right. I'm still out of... Hold on.
Just fair warning, Joey is off today, and Glenn is behind the scenes running the show.
No, I'm not. Koo is behind the scenes. It's Koo behind the scenes. It was my fault. Well, I did it on the fly. Joey's probably looking at this on vacation and going, OMG, did he really just do that? So, welcome everybody to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan.
And we will be your host for the next 45 minutes to an hour or so, giving market insights on what's going on, looking at the market. Is the market ready to start to take a break to the upside? I think a lot of the move today, nice open candle, which we're going to look at in a second, is all about, hey, JD, is all about the Fed. And I think that the Fed is telling people to a certain degree that we're getting closer and closer to a rate cut. I think the market is running with that. But he also did step back and say he's no longer giving any timelines on a rate cut. That's one of the biggest things I got from what he said. What did you pick up, if there was anything that you picked up on outside of that?
Ultimately, from the questions that were asked, he definitely gave plenty of examples of the economy slowing and optimism for those investors waiting on these interest rate cuts.
Okay.
That's what I got from it. I think that's why the market is rallying. But like you said, there's no clear timetable to the manner. But we're getting closer day by day.
Do you think,
just depending on what?
How many cuts do you think we get?
Like I've said before, if we get any this year, which I believe to be highly doubtful, it would be more for political reasons around the election, and I'm thinking maybe 1 to 2. But realistically, next year.
I think a lot of the cuts will be done next year. That's what I think. I'm with you, Alfreda. I think 1. And I got a story about it we'll talk about. But the first thing I want to do, Koo, put me on the screen with the both of us, and here we go. Here's the VectorVest composite on a 3-month basis. This is what we're both talking about. Nice up day in the market today. No wick at the top. Trading right at session highs, breaking above a beautiful level of resistance. We got another level of resistance. So even if we do close above this level of resistance, which is at the price of 66.06. Currently, we're trading at 66.13 on the composite. I think that's a positive sign. Can draw a trend line from this level of support. We're definitely trending higher after being in a channel for pretty much a month, right? Pretty much a month sitting in a channel. We did break out one day. That was on 6/12. Look at that breakout, but look at that pullback right back into the channel. That could possibly happen again. But I'm going to take what the market gives us. I'm definitely going to take what the market gives us. So
we've got a lot of big data coming out over the next 2 days. So if we're going to,
the banks
at least get some confirmation. Well, we've got CPI tomorrow,
right?
PPI Friday.
Yep.
Big banks start Friday.
Yep.
And I believe Delta starts for the airlines tomorrow when it comes to earnings.
So there's a lot of stuff. Question comes up. Do you know why FTAI dropped today? Most likely, I didn't see any news on it. Most likely it's just profit taking. I think that a lot of people in this sideways moving market, with all of the yellow in the color guard that I talk a lot about, people are getting I'm not afraid to take profits off the table. I took on USO. I took half off the table. Why? Because on the Star Search graph, USO closed in the middle lane. So I took half off the table. But I got an oil story as well. So I just wanted to look at the possibility of the market trying to effectively break out of this channel that we've been in for about a month. Is this time? Is this ready? So Troy says, hey, Glenn and Ryan, not sure if you know, but found a 2X ETF for AMD, symbol AMDL. I'm not sure if I had that or not.
I actually did come across that
Okay. Is that
last
new?
week. It is pretty new.
Okay.
And just Troy, I found a ETF called AMDY.
For
It's a
the
high
yield max.
yield. Yeah, the yield max for AMD. I was looking at the chart; it looked pretty good.
Okay. Janice said it's gotten to alarm. The fast lane 4 days ago dropped 20% overnight. Trying not to be a brat in since others going up nicely, but dang, not even earnings related. Again, a lot of these stocks. I want everybody to know, and Ryan, back me up on this if you want to. I think that with this market moving sideways, a lot of people have made a lot of money in stocks like Alarum and Nvidia and a lot of other stocks that people are taking profits. That people, do you agree or disagree, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, you would be foolish not to take some profits off the table after such a long and substantial bullish run. Really since November. It's a little choppy over the last month or so, but since November, the market is strong. The famous saying, hogs get slaughtered. So at some point, you want to take your money and run. and
Bulls
we're
make
seeing
money,
that.
bears make money, pigs make bacon.
We saw some profit taking with Nvidia last week. Went up from 140 down to 121.
Yep.
Shortly after the split. So yeah, you're naturally going to see. I didn't see any news on Alar. Not saying that there's not, but seeing profit taking on certain stocks, I'm not surprised by it at this point in the market.
I got you. All right. Cool. Put us into the news stories. Or maybe I do that. Hold on. We got the both of us here. Let's go. Good. I did it. Oh, Joey would be so proud. Joey would be so proud that I did that and didn't blow up the freaking machine. The news I saw on Alarum was good, says Janice. Again, I had not looked. All right, and AMDL started 4/30 of 2024. Thank you, Janice.
Okay.
I'm in oil. I'm still in oil. I just took half off the table. So let's get into some of the news. This one is related to the Fed. I got some things here. The PCE inflation index rules, the Fed's roost. The CPI is used to help determine cost of living increases in union contracts and Social Security payments, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. The CPI was running at 3.1% yearly pace of June, but the PCE was tracking at a 2.6 in the 12 months ended in May, putting it closer to the Fed's 2% inflation target. And I think a lot of people are looking at that and they're like, "Ooh, yeah, the Fed's going to cut." The Fed won't wait to cut interest rates until inflation rate hits 2%. Akshay and a couple of other people said it was the pathway to 2%, not 2%. Okay? Powell says neutral interest rates have moved up. I'm going to leave that alone. There's a lot of stuff in there that I wasn't fully clear on, so I didn't want to talk a lot about that unless you know something about this neutral interest rate, Ryan.
I don't know what a neutral interest rate is.
All right, well, here it is. Just what the heck is that? The neutral rate is the rate at which the Fed's short-term Fed funds rate neither speeds up the economy nor slows it down. All right, so that was that part of the story. Powell says Fed has a good ways to go in shrinking multi-trillion-dollar balance sheet. I think that's going to play a big role, too, once they start dropping some of that money off. And Powell might get his wish for another low CPI inflation reading, which, again, is going to push us closer to the Fed giving us a Fed cut. Powell remarks, day one, Hill suggested September interest rate cuts. I think people have in mind there's going to be a September, November, and December rate cut. But after September, we get into the election. Here we go. But after the first move, this guy, his name is Ryan Sweet. You know him, Ryan? You both got the same first name.
Must be a smart guy, though.
Wow. Okay. Said that depends on the outcome of the presidential election. Whoever wins the White House will have a huge bearing on whether the central bank should continue to ease, pause, or even resume hiking. That's a very interesting statement from this guy. All right, so I wanted to give some recap. Is there anything else you want to add as far as recap on what Powell said yesterday? Because he's still talking today, isn't he? He's talking to the House today. He talked to the Senate yesterday.
Yeah, it was to the House today. No recap. I mean, ultimately, time will tell, right?
All right, high energy. All right, let's talk about oil. OPEC sticks to 2024 oil demand view, sees strong travel season, which is why I go off on a tangent on oil. Oil should be going up. The demand is high. AAA says that this is going to be the most heavily traveled season ever. With that being said, oil should be on the rise. Then we are in hurricane season. Oil should be on the rise. But it's just doing its thing. I'm tired of trying to fight oil. When you fight authority, authority always wins. When you try to fight oil always wins. So, I'm only in a half position in USO. We still got a lot of summer left. It gives me an opportunity to put the other half back on a little later. All right, one more story about what's going on in the market. The dollar dips as Fed's Powell set to testify for the second day. The reason why I'm looking at this story because that's going to be good for gold. That's going to be good for gold, and I got a gold stock that I want to take a look at, and we'll see. Glenn is in favor of hikeosity for interest rates. It's too late now. It's too late to hike. I think that the economy can withstand a hike? Yes, but the other side of that is if you hike, it's going to be middle America that's going to be hurt the most. They're the ones that's struggling a lot. I think that if you do that, that becomes the straw that breaks the camel's back for the economy. So the hike should have been done sometime last year, towards the end of last year. But the dollar dipping is going to prove to hopefully be good for gold. All right, my first story, Tesla. This is interesting. Tesla's cars, for the first time, on the Chinese government purchase list. With China and Tesla going back and forth and back and forth, this is going to be a big story for Tesla. So Tesla's on my list today. I'm already in TSLL thanks to Ryan. Ryan actually put us all onto the Tesla move about 2 weeks ago. All right, so with that being said, I jumped on board. I'm in TSLL, and I'm up about 60% on TSLL. So type of one in the room for Ryan. Type of one in the room for Ryan. Because I wasn't on board when he first did the story. I really wasn't. And as I looked in it, I was like, let me take a little piece of this, and I've been happy. So I know I can't take credit for that. That was something that Ryan put us all on. He gave his reasons why. And if we took advantage of it, man, there you go, Ryan. That's for you, bud. I love you.
Definitely made some money. I didn't expect it to go up this much so quickly.
Well, it did.
But it did.
It did. And I definitely got to give you I take my hat off to you for that. That was a good call. Again, I'm not afraid to say that I wasn't on board with the call when he first made it, but that was a darn good call. How about that? Troy says he's up over 70% with TSLT. So I'm going to take an opportunity right here. If you're new to the channel and you want to get on board with some of the plays that, whether it's Ryan or myself, starts to put VV Nation on, subscribe to the channel. All right, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon so that you'll get an alert when we do a short. We don't get alerts for shorts, but for videos and live streams, folks, Bill Gross says it's a meme stock. What?
There was an article on CNBC that called
article.
Tesla a meme stock. I mean, it's heavily retail traded, but I wouldn't put it quite in the meme category.
Sigh. That makes me just want to go sigh. That's all. that really just wants to make me say sigh.
Hey, well, I mean, to be fair, some people think Palantir is a meme stock. Have you seen those articles?
I'm going to say sigh again. Sigh. I am not going on a tangent right now. I'm not going to yell and scream and all that. I'm just going to go to the next story, which is Ryan's story. How Apple could double its revenue growth, according to a top analyst, Laura Martin.
Yeah, Apple. Obviously, we've seen the stock. I mean, phenomenal performance. It was like, what, $230 right now? As soon as it broke 200, it's been on the run. But this article here focuses on the revenue growth, and where they see the revenue growth coming in place is going to be the advertising team. They kind of compared it to Amazon. But I mean, Apple has a huge ecosystem, and for them to, run advertisement campaigns, to increase the revenue, I think that's only good for business. I mean, as the company reaches this, multi-trillion-dollar market cap, it needs to be, creative and innovative to make, new sources of money or income for the company, so that way it can grow in the future. But I do see this as a smart play to focus on its advertising revenue and to increase that, essentially.
Tell you what we got to do. Type the ones in the room for Bikramjet. Just gave us a $2 Canadian super chat. JD, which stock are you talking about? Tesla's being a meme stock? Let me get into the software real quick. See if that worked. It did. I got to go graph that stock for you real quick, Bikramjet. TSLL. And JD says, is JD saying that VectorVest says that Tesla is a meme stock? I don't quite see that. That's a 3-month graph on TSLL.
Sundial growers definitely on the meme stock. I think there's a difference between a meme stock and a heavily retail trader presence. I think there's a difference.
I don't think. Let's go put this in the viewers real quick. Glenn.
Maybe back in the day when Elon Musk was making posts and Tesla was moving based off those posts, yeah. But he got in trouble for that. So you don't see him posting about Tesla much anymore.
And I'm going to throw in Tesla. Tesla was the worst stock in the Magnificent Seven, right? I don't call this a meme stock, JD. The company does make money. I don't like the sales growth and the earnings growth, but I can explain that away. That was all of the fight that they had with Boyd in trying to have a price war with Boyd. But VST above 1, the stock's in an uptrend, and the company makes money. They're not growing their earnings the way that they used to. I'm going to put on a graph, and I'm not going to call. I don't want to call it a meme stock, JD. I'm going to put this on a 1-year graph. Did they get beat the hell up? Absolutely. That's when Elon Musk bought Twitter. This is when Elon Musk is having the battle with China. And something I'm not a big
fan. And around there is when Ryan said buy Tesla.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. From the Star Search, it got into the fast lane. All right, let me back this up. Stop it, Mark. Does anybody think that Tesla is a pump and dump? Type of 1 if you believe it's a pump and dump. Type of 2 if you do not. Type of 1 if you think it's a pump and dump. Type of 2 if you do not. Now, let me explain a little something more about Tesla. Elon Musk is what makes Tesla what Tesla is. I still think he's innovative, and I think he took Tesla from where it was to where it is. And then the second part of all of this, was him with Twitter and him with the pricing war in China, which I thought both of those things were silly. All right. I think that it's probably coming back into where it should be. It is still, in my mind, even when it was going down, and I played it to the downside, JD. I played it to the downside. I made money on it to the downside, but even through all of that downside, I still feel that Tesla's a good company. They're the leader in the space for EVs. And it's not only EVs that they do. I think a lot of this run up was, Ryan did a video on it. A lot of it is built on stuff outside of the EV world. And I think that Tesla is well set up to continue going back up. So that's what I think. Hybrids are the way to go, not EVs. And Ron, I agree that hybrids should have been the entree into the EV space. But our government sort of kind of twisted everybody's arms to get them into the EV space. Dealerships are seeing that a lot of EVs are sitting on the sidelines. All right, they're sitting on the sidelines. But again, this is a time where Tesla can go outside of just the realm of being an EV company to look at the other things that are going on. Tesla jumped on the terrible earnings call in April. The run-up is technical off of 138. You know something? This serves as a technical way as well because we're using Bollinger Bands. And a lot of people now know that I think between the both of us, like the star search for the possibility of seeing when to be in. Someone said, how do you manage it? When the stock gets back into the middle lane, that's a good time to take half off the table. All right. JD says, I'm sorry, but not. I trust you, JD. I hear you. Tesla reports on July 23rd. Guess what? Between the two of us, one of us will do a video on Tesla for Tesla earnings when it comes out. But I do not call it a meme stock. I'm not calling it, it's going to outperform the market long term, but I think that they've got enough to pull on right now to keep the company moving higher. All right. Janice says, glad you're okay. No power after hurricane sucks. Oh, man. Who's out there with no power? Hi, Glenn. Give me your thoughts on Zap. Israel.
Zap.
All right. So this is what I'm telling everybody every session. Don't give me stocks yet until I ask for them, because I'm going to forget that you're asking me for that stock until it's time to look at that stock. So I did make a comment the last time on a live stream and said I'm going to start to ignore some of those stocks that you're putting out until we get into the opportunity. We give you the opportunity to look at them, because I'm going to forget. How long does a stock typically stay in the fast lane? As long I got no time frame on it. As long as
there's no time frame.
There's no time frame on it. All right, let's get back into the stories. Let's go to the next story. I got two Samsung stories. All right, I got two Samsung stories. The screwed up thing is that Samsung doesn't trade, right? We got to look at Google, we got to look at QCOM. But Samsung, I always say this, debuts the Galaxy Flip 6 and the Fold 6 smartphones and this is it, generative AI push. I think a lot of move with Apple right now has been the new iOS coming out with a big emphasis on generative AI. I think that any phone right now that's going down that path is a good play. Is definitely a good play. Samsung came out with that news and another news. They're coming out with a ring. Samsung launches the Galaxy Ring, a first of its kind product for tech giant. I'm wondering,
I saw the ring. I wasn't quite impressed with it.
Well, this is what it looks at. Let me scroll down and it looks at
your heart rate,
sleep, menstrual cycle, heart rate, and exercise. And I think it's just an add-on to the wearables because they got a watch. Of course, they got the phone. I think it's just an add-on to the wearables. Is anybody... so let me ask this. Team Android, whatever, Energy.
Android, there we go.
Whatever, because Ryan's got like an Android. I don't know who uses Android. I wonder if Mimi is looking. Should I be bearish on a stock that goes down more than it goes up? Look at GME and AMC. You know something? I think GME and AMC have nothing in common with Tesla, JD. They have nothing in common. GME and AMC those are meme stocks. Tesla's a well-renowned
All I'm going to say is big institutions learn the hard way with bearish bets on those two companies.
And
be careful.
I think that bearish institutions are going to learn the same thing about Tesla. On the other hand, again, I made money when they were doing silly stuff. I made money to the downside, but every time I said, I think that Tesla's still a good company. And it's all about Elon Musk. So anybody out there willing to buy a ring as a wearable? Type a yes or a no. I'm not. I got enough stuff. I got 2 rings. That's enough rings. Ryan, you gonna go buy a ring?
No. I'd be more apt to buy the watch.
Okay. Anybody out there gonna go want to buy a ring? Yes or no? I'm not gonna buy a ring.
I wonder how much the ring even cost. But I don't see many applications other than a few health applications, which most of those can be done on the watch.
Look at this.
So,
Ring is a niche product. I don't know how niche
very
it is.
niche.
I don't know how niche it is.
I wish they would focus more on the glasses. I'd love to have a computer screen on the glasses.
Well, it's because Apple's kicking their butts in it. That's why. Apple's kicking its butts in it. All right. So, Bic Ramjet, I did look at your stock. Again, thank you very much for the super chat. All right, next story is Ryan's story. It's about Walmart. Talk to him about it.
Walmart, great stock. I mean, even if the economy or interest rates don't work out that well, it's a great defensive play. This article here, it's on the automation steps. You can see the article here. Walmart is opening 5 automated distribution centers as it tries to keep its grocery dominance. So yeah, obviously it stepped into the it stepped into modernizing its supply chain. I think if with inflationary price pressures, the company can only grow so much, so now they got to be more effective. So they're looking at ways to do that. In this article, I also found that the company last quarter announced a 22% gain in their e-commerce websites. So I just see the company trying to, I guess the best way to say it, take its, most people think of Walmart just a, old-fashioned brick and mortar store. I think they're really trying to take it to the next level to really, I wouldn't say compete with Amazon, but obviously that's one of their main competitors. And to compete with Amazon, they're going to need to, take their company into the 21st century and figure out how to be very, very cost efficient, like Amazon is. And I think this is a step in that right direction.
All right. New facilities are roughly 700,000 square feet on average.
Oh yeah, they're massive.
Holy smokes! All right. Deborah Ann asked, why doesn't Apple split? It did. It did. I don't know if they're going to split again. I don't think it's, from where it was, I don't think it's cost prohibitive right now for most investors. All right. Another story, EV story. Why Toyota Motor shares are gaining today. Toyota is going to come out with a high-powered battery electric vehicle charging network in North America. Who were they going after?
Tesla.
Absolutely. All right. So, and again, another reason why, JD, I can't see Tesla as a meme stock. They got so much going for them. So much going for them that there's no way that they could be looked at as a meme stock. And again, I explained why it was going down. I don't think it's a pump and a dump, but if Tesla wasn't such a big player in the space, why are people trying to go after Tesla? Just saying. Toyota plans significant EV expansion, aiming for 30 battery electric vehicle models globally and $3.5 million annual production by 2030, which is only 5-6 years from now. That's aggressive. That is aggressive. But interesting that they're planning to expand their EVs when EVs are losing luster. Very interesting timing on this story. Very interesting. So I'm going to keep my eyes on this.
I wonder if Toyota just sees this lack in EV demand as maybe cyclical in nature
or maybe
temporary.
A bottom fishing scenario.
Yeah, maybe they're able to get equipment and some of these services cheaper right now or at a discount. But yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I don't think EVs are going anywhere. So having the infrastructure by Toyota, I mean, it's probably not a bad idea.
Well, that's why it's one of my stories today. We'll take a look at it.
I like it.
Ryan got another oil story. Petrochemicals are big oil's next big profit hedge.
Yeah, when you think about trading oil or buying oil, I'm really thinking just gasoline or crude oil. But the petrochemical side of it is massive. I mean, that's a huge, profit generator for these companies here. Plastic, so many rubber soles. So many things are made from petrochemicals.
Yeah.
So in this article, ExxonMobil and Dow Chemical, which are the two stocks I have on my watch list, are investing over $10 billion in expanding a lot of these petrochemical projects, essentially. Even Saudi Aramco is aiming for some petrochemical producers throughout Asia. So you can see, a lot of the big companies in the space here are trying to diversify, and I see the reason why. About halfway through the article, it's talking about oil having peak demand in 2027. And also mentioned that article, the example was in China, but EVs will displace more than 20 million metric tons of crude demand this year, which is about 10% of the country's gasoline and diesel consumption. So as we move forward in the future and, cars and equipment, whatever it may be, become more efficient in nature, whether it's, EV, hybrid, whatever it may be, but the demand for oil is going to be less and less. So I think, these companies already trying to get ahead of the curve, to enhance the petrochemical side of the business. Only a smart move. And you got Exxon and Dow Chemical here, leading the charge along with Aramco. So those are the two stocks I see. And that, with hurricane season, being an oil stock's probably not the worst idea.
Janice says petrol companies like Exxon use wax to make products like crayons. Are you messing with me, Janice? Because I'm a Marine. Uh-oh. What just happened to Ryan? Oh, boy. Did Ryan we just lost Ryan. Oh, boy. All right, hold on. Ryan! Sigh. All right, let's go see if we can get him back. Let's go make that happen. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what just happened with Ryan. Chat. Okay. Got to get him. It's aliens. Where's Joey when you need him? I don't know. Do you have the mouse? No, I have the mouse. Hold on. Let me see if I can go get him.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
All right. Let's go here. Let's go more. No. Let's go. There we go. Here. And let's go find Ryan. All right. I wonder if his phone is ringing. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, was that your fault? We want Koo to go live. Koo's not going to go live. Did I request? There we go. Ryan's coming back. Glenn got mad. Ryan mentioned extra. I had nothing to do with me. Before I can hear him. There he is.
There he is. Sorry about that. That was
I don't know. No, I had nothing to do with that. Ryan is messaging us. He's out for the day. I had nothing to do that. Everybody's going to be like, yeah, Glenn did. I did nothing.
I was about halfway to Golden Corral before I remembered there was a live stream.
And Nectarius goes, what did you do, Glenn? Why? Sonny said the same thing. What did you? Why am I getting blamed for it? Holy
no,
smokes.
That was me. I accidentally clicked on the wrong window trying to exit out of that that article.
But the messed up thing, hold on, I got to reshare this with you, I think. Stop sharing, and then I got to share it again. Wow, how my buddies all at stop sharing, and then let's go share again. Everybody here is just like, oh, what did Glenn do?
What did Glenn
do?
It's always Glenn's fault.
That is so tore up. I lost him again. Hold on. No, I didn't really lose him, but. All right. There he is. What just happened? This is great. He's pinned. He's pinned. Hey, are you there? Cool. Can you move? Do you have...
Yeah, I can move, but try to get him on the other screen. You had him before.
Okay. I had nothing to do. Man, I'm starting to sweat because everybody gonna be calling the police and go. Police
You
gonna
can
be
hear
like,
me, Glenn?
So Janice, what happened? Well, Mr. Policeman, he was on the screen and then he wasn't gone, and Glenn was laughing, and then everybody else go, oh, yep, That's what everybody gonna do. Everybody in the room is gonna turn on Glenn and be like, yep, that's exactly what happened. All right, cool. Do I need to do something? Oh, give control.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Give control.
There we go. I
Yeah,
don't
move right
know
back
what
to
I.
that second screen.
Why they're fixing that, because I know we're getting shorter on time.
Yeah.
And we want to get to your stocks. My last story is having to do with SoftBank. If you watch this channel, there we go.
Yep.
If you watch this channel, you know why I'm talking about SoftBank. They are the main shareholder of ARM Holdings. That's right, the AI stock.
There it is. There's the story.
Oh, yeah, okay. So SoftBank is wanting to secure $10 billion worth of NVIDIA's GPUs. Every time I've seen an article lately, it was Facebook that was trying to secure a bunch of these GPUs, and then it was Tesla that's trying to secure a bunch of these GPUs. The stocks go up shortly after. So I've got NVIDIA in the list, I got ARM in the list, I got SoftBank in the list. But I mean, you put SoftBank, which is really taking a major step to get into AI investments and development projects. They're poster child right now, being ARM Holdings, but they also have holdings in other companies as well. I think Tencent is one, T-Mobile, 10X Genomics, which is TXG, I believe is the symbol. But anyways, with this company getting trying to secure $10 billion for these NVIDIA Grace Hopper GPUs. I see them doing big things with that technology, and I'm a believer in SoftBank and ARM when it comes to AI.
And you know something? With everybody trying to buy up all of this hardware, it makes me super bullish on Palantir for the software side. All right? It makes me because all these computers that are being bought need the technology for these machines to grab information. So I want everybody to buy all of this money up in the hardwares, the GPUs and CPUs, because they're going to need the foundations that are being used by Palantir. All right. Only other story I had was Broadcom edges as the 10-for-1 stock split approaches. All right. Let's get back into the software. Let's go look at the stocks. Let's go to, there's my Tesla. And, I don't disagree with JD to a certain degree. The stock is way overvalued, but JD, the majority of the stocks, a lot of stocks in the stock market are overvalued because of FOMO, fear of missing out. People dumped a lot of money into a lot of stocks that went up. So I see that too, but I'm not going to call it a meme stock. All right, let's go to AMA. I got big movers today. What's moving? I'm all in NVIDIA, says Big Rom Jet. I'm going to actually write down ARM. I think that with this story, I put SoftBank in Ryan's list. Did you know SoftBank had a ticker symbol?
SoftBank, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I put it in your list. I put it in your list.
Okay.
The investments by SoftBank is just crazy, crazy good. Sharif says, Glenn, I've made so much money from the fish you have been giving us until I bought Elf yesterday. Ew. Did Elf?
What happened to Elf today?
Hold on. Did Elf give you a buy opportunity? Let's just go look at that real quick. ELF. I talked about it. Did I talk about it in yes? Oh, it was a pick. Let's go see what it looks like though. View the stock graph.
It's down today.
It is probably. Let's go look at it.
Still in the fast lane.
It wasn't in the fast lane. Even if I talked about it yesterday, it wasn't in the fast lane yet. It hasn't been in the fast lane for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Since the last 6 days, it has not been. So even if I pointed it out, I had to have said, let's wait for it to get into the fast lane. Linda says, you talked about it as a long-term play. Let's go put this on a 1-year graph. Tough as even as a long-term play. Nonetheless, did I not say, if I talked about it, did I not say that we need to wait for the stock to get into the fast lane? I just want to make sure, because Bikram Jed, I didn't want to say, hey, go buy the stock if it was not in the fast lane. I probably would have said that. It wasn't Bikram Jed, it was Sharif. Linda, as I talked about it, did I not mention it should be in the fast lane before we go buy it? Somebody back me up on that. You did say wait for the fast lane. All right, I just want to make sure. So, Sharif, I just want to make sure that I did the right thing when I gave the guidance about that. All right, I just wanted to make sure. Man, you got me scared. I was about to say, oh my gosh, I told him to go buy it and it went down. I feel like such a heel. Hopefully I try very hard to give the right guidance. And Ryan and I both try to do that for sure. All right, stocks that are moving up today. All of them have RTs above 1.
Yeah.
Let's graph these real quick. I got to search for these stocks. Wow. I'd be careful with this. This is probably news-driven.
Big gap up
Yeah,
today.
that's probably, I don't know what the news is, but it is still trading high at session highs today. AEHR. I do like EXK. Silver. What did I say? Gold.
That's beautiful.
Yep. And I think with the dollar falling, gold and silver this is a cheap silver play. 451. Next one. Gold. Bingo. 242. Look at these. Whoo. That's a good call with the dollar going down, looking at some gold stocks. Tiger. It's in the fast lane, but I'm not feeling warm and fuzzy about it. So those are some fish for you to look at. Current hot industry. I didn't do anything there. Let's go with Ryan's picks first. Let's go. Linda said, I bought it's EXK or whichever one it is, last July. It's not me. I started making huge after joining VectorVest. Way to go. AOS, remember, don't type in your stocks yet. I'm not ready for them. Ryan's picks. NVIDIA, ARM, Apple, Walmart. I did put SoftBank in here.
Okay.
Exxon and Dow Chemical. All right. Anything you want to say about these?
Other than Dow, the rest of them look great. Mostly buy-rated stocks. You see all of them are up today. Fundamentally, most of them are pretty strong as well when it comes to fundamentals. So great list of stocks. Even growth rate, sales growth rate, kind of mixed. But NVIDIA looks good. NVIDIA just won't stop.
You know why? Because it's the hottest stock on the planet. That's why.
Yes, it is. Oh, it is.
It is the hottest stock on the planet. We weren't here last week. So I don't have Ryan's picks from last week, right? We weren't here.
Nope.
We weren't here because the market was only open to 1. All right, Glenn's picks. What do I got? We both had Apple. Kind of interesting. We both had Apple. 10-for-1 split. This little stupid ring that's coming out. I looked at Google. I looked at
stupid ring.
QCOM, and I looked at Apple. I only put Apple in there for the wearables part of it. Toyota Motors with looking at increasing their EV production. Oil is up today, and gold. I'm telling you, keep your eyes on gold. Mm-hmm. As long as the dollar. Actually, I'm going to put in here UUP. Direct correlation. When the dollar falls, gold goes up. All right. So if the dollar continues to fall based on what the Fed is saying, gold may be a good place to look at right now. All right. Joey's picks, no. Ryan's picks. Top 3-8 crossovers over the last 3 days. SMCI, how about that for you there?
SMCI, there we go.
Amir, SMCI is on my list. This is the stock that went up bigly, but it's a top VST stock. Look at the VST. Look at the VSTs on all these stocks and rising. I look at the earnings growth, double digits on all of them. Wow, look at the earnings growth. SMCI, just like Ryan said on his list, NVIDIA, look at SMCI. And how about RGA, where the sales growth is higher than the earnings growth? All right, portfolio. I was going to, what time is it? I'll do a quick portfolio review. Go look at the portfolios real quick. And actually, as I look at some of these portfolios that are missing stocks, I'm probably going to do videos to fill these portfolios back up. Growth stocks are back in fashion. Remore, they will be back in fashion as the market moves up. All right, as the market moves up. What's the difference between TSLA and TSLL? TSLL is leveraged. I believe it's 1.5 or 2 times leverage of Tesla at a lower dollar price. So if Tesla goes up 10%, TSLL goes up 20%. It's a cheaper way to play Tesla, but a more aggressive way because it is leveraged. Rick says SMCI up 215% versus 172 for NVIDIA. Oh, you want to talk about that? Let's go to Where's another one? Oh, GLP-1 stocks. Look at that.
Oh, they're looking real good.
Yeah, look at that. Janet made me put Hims in here. Yeah, I still will say that. Pfizer shocks me
Janet,
that
you
it's
did the
at
right
the
thing.
bottom of the freaking list. Pfizer. But my two best stocks in the GLP space is LLY and Novo Nordisk. But look at Viking coming back, 18%. Where's the one?
I still think
Hurricane-related
Hims
stocks.
is a good play.
Look at that, up 2.26%. Look at that. I told you.
Oh, wow.
When I put this together to compare this to Generac, this is solar powered. Where's Mark? Mark, you know of this
Where's
stock?
Mark?
No, where's Mark? Mark, you know of this stock? Look at it. This is from 7.3. 7 days ago. Look at the play. 45%. Did anybody pull the trigger on this trade when I did this video? I said to keep your eyes on it as compared to Generac. Generac is up, but Polar is freaking rocking it. All right, what stocks are hurting? Natural gas, peanut butter jelly time, oil, Caterpillar. There was reasons why I gave these picks because it was from one of our blogs, and I wanted to cover all of the stocks that were in the blogs. What do you think about these stocks, Ryan?
I mean, you can see right there is a great basket of companies. I mean, up again for the most part today. So yeah, when did you do this video?
7-3, the day before.
Recent.
It was a Wednesday. Was it a Wednesday video? I don't think it was. It must have been a Tuesday
Well,
video.
I do the Wednesday
and I set
video,
it up on Wednesday.
so probably not.
Yeah. All right.
Probably Tuesday.
What else? Where's my top plays for 2024? Remember, I blindly bought into these stocks, did the research. How about SMCI? There it is, Rick. I got it as, there it is, 215%. NVIDIA wasn't in this list, but I did pick up Crapco. I did pick up one Crapco stock. And Intel, another stock that baffles and befuddles me.
Intel was moving the past few days.
Yeah.
You see that? It was up like 50% almost.
Look at that. Crapto sucks. All right. 7-3 was a Wednesday. And the market was closed. I must have did it on Tuesday and set it up for Wednesday. That's what I think. All right. Now, let's go look at some stocks for you. Ryan's going to read them off.
We've got 61 likes, so we get 6 stocks.
All right, hold on. Where's the customer picks this week? Oh, I got to empty that out. Ryan, start calling them off to me when you're ready, buddy.
We got Ricey.
You mean Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
RYCEY.
RYCEY. Okay.
MU.
Micron.
GWL.
Okay.
AMAT.
Oh, Sugarfoot. GWL.
GWL.
GWL. LF. Okay, that's what I got. All right, what was after that? AMAT.
AMAT.
Okay.
CCJ.
Oh, Cameco.
VITL.
Another good play. Okay, is that all of them? Or 1, 2, 3,
NVIDIA.
4, 5, 6. And you want NVIDIA? That makes 7.
And then last one would be CRUS. We'll add one more. Get a bonus today.
All right. There's your stocks.
Bonus.
Again, it comes down to the amount of likes. For every 10 likes, we get a stock for you. Unless you pay Super Chat, which you don't have to. But as soon as you give me a Super Chat, I get your stock up right away. Y'all need to be hitting the like button instead of throwing out dozens of stocks. Janice is the number 2 in this room. Janice. Listen, Janice is trying to get y'all with some looking at stocks. All it takes is you to hit the like button.
We've got more stocks than likes.
All it takes is for you to hit the like button. That's it. All right. Let's go peep these out. And guess what, Ryan? Tell them if we did not look at their stock, how can they get their stock looked at?
Oh, that's a great point, Glenn. Well, if you are not a subscriber to VectorVest and you're watching this channel and you want some more information and to see the power of the software, we have what's called the FSA, Free Stock Analysis Report. Just go to vectorvest.com/FSA. You simply just put in your email and the stock report goes right to your email. I think you get what, up to three a day?
And up to like 90 altogether. I don't know. I just put a number out there. I'm not saying nothing.
There is a limit, but yeah. So if there are stocks that you're interested in that we haven't had time to cover, just go there, put in your symbol, and you actually get a nice printout sheet of all of our indicators and let you know if they're good or bad ratings.
Do me a quick favor. What was the last stock you gave me? C-Russ?
CRUS.
Go back up in the list. Give me 2 more stocks. I feel good today. I feel good.
We got TSM.
TSM.
NBIX.
NVIX.
B. As in boy. NBIX.
And that's because JD asked. So I gave you 10 stocks. That was all because JD asked. All right. So there's your 10 stocks. Let's go graph these stocks real quick. And I'm going to let Ryan analyze them. I talk a lot.
Well, they did hit the like button more. You got 90 likes.
Yeah, well, we got us 10 stocks.
They earned it.
All right. I'll let you analyze them today, and I will just chime in.
If you want me to analyze these stocks, you got to make them bigger on the teams. I can barely see
I don't know how
chart.
to do that. All right, fine.
No, that's fine.
NVIDIA?
But let's see here. That just hit the fast lane, did it not?
Yep,
NVIDIA?
yesterday. And now it's back.
That's good.
I got one concern with it.
What's that?
The dojis.
See, I can't see the doji.
All right, so today is a doji. It's, the open and close are very close to each other. I'd say be careful, but it definitely is in the fast lane. So what are the 3 things I look for? Bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom. I just be careful with the smallness of the bar. All right? But it's in the fast lane. Go to the next one. Ryan, can you see that?
Yes, we are in the fast lane, and we're up today again.
No, we're not.
I say I can't see it.
All right. I love bottom left, top right.
Down day today.
Fast lane.
I don't like that selling pressure.
It's got to, Glenn will never buy on a down day. Do you agree with that or not? And you can disagree. I like the equity curve. It's in the fast lane. I'm of the mindset I will never buy on a down day. Do you agree with that or not?
Are you talking to me or
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
Don't go against the market.
Okay. All right. Next stock, TSM. Bottom
That's
left, top right,
chart.
fast lane, boom. Open candle, no wick at the top.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That was from Saturday Night Live. You remember that? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That was before your time, though. You wouldn't understand that.
Nope.
You remember Mr. Eddie Murphy and Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. That's a long time ago, too. All right. Ooh, AMAT.
I mean, that's beautiful. Just hit a new high as of today.
Yep.
Full body candlestick in the fast lane. We're seeing the semiconductor stocks still moving, still got momentum.
Yep.
So for the most part here, I'm game.
Okay. Next one, VITL.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to load on YouTube. There we go. So we're in the slow lane. Looks like we're like utilizing that Bollinger Band, almost like a level of resistance over the last few trading days. So no, not right now.
Okay.
There's the trend line.
Yeah, it's still in an uptrend. So this is one of the few times where I'd look and say, well, it may be in this middle lane, but it's still got a trend. I might give it a little bit of leeway. Agree or disagree, Ryan?
I agree. I would just put my stop maybe like right below that trend line.
Gotcha.
So if it breaks the trend line, I'm out. Call it a day.
While Janice says, cool, you ain't getting out of here today on time between Ryan bouncing out and Saturday Night Live skit being done. You see, Koo is a lot more generous than Joey is. Koo is definitely more. All right, NBIX.
He's not even here to defend himself.
NBIX, what do you think?
Beautiful. Look at that. A lot of momentum over the last week. And even today, I mean, full bodied candlestick, very little wick at the top, just hit a new high. So it looks like we're getting a breakout of the, pretty range bound trading here. So I like everything I see.
My only concern is the volatility behind the stock, the up and down. But recently, it's in the fast lane and it's staying there.
Well, being a drug company in general, it's to be expected. So yeah, if you are more conservative and don't like volatility, I'd probably just stay away from this one.
JD, I'm curious about your take on this stock. JD and I talk a lot on Twitter. He's a technical guy. Okay. He and I talk a lot on Twitter. Curious to see what he thinks about MBIX. All right, next stock. Micron. In the semiconductor space. You know what this shows? That there are some semiconductors to buy and some semiconductors to wait on. You agree with that, Ryan?
Yeah. I mean, even just like the market rally, even in the semiconductor space, I mean, the winners have been concentrated, to a few select.
There you go.
Of the stocks. But Micron, I mean, it's a good company. It doesn't have quite the AI exposure as like an AMD or NVIDIA. And as you can see with the chart here, you're not going to get as big price swings from it. But yeah, from seeing where it's at right now, it's in the slow lane or in the middle lane. So I don't see any rush to jump out and buy it. Okay. I think there's just I like TSM. I like AMAT, NVIDIA, AMD. I just think there's better choices. ARM.
Okay. Question came up on MBIX volume. It's pretty even. It's pretty steady. I'd like to see a rising move in the stock with rising volume. JD thinks it's overextended. I hate this. Hold on, technical analysis. Let's go look at RSI. It's not quite there, JD. I got RSI at 74, not 80.
Which RSI you got?
RSI 9.
Okay.
Let's go put this on.
So it's still got some room to the upside.
I agree.
For RSI.
I agree.
I mean, you're getting close to that overbought situation, obviously.
That's a 6-month high. And it's a 1-year high. It could be getting to a point, but I think it, key order block, just watch this level. Okay, 143.08. We're at 146. The only thing I could probably draw on here would be fibs. I'm not a big fan of fibs. Ryan might be more than me. I'm not a big fan of fibs. But it might be. This is a 1-year high. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I've used fibs a couple times. I don't really utilize it a whole lot. I do like the Fibonacci fan.
What's that, the GAN fan? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rather than the retracement measurements.
Level of resistance, I think it's right at resistance. I can agree with JD on that at 148.29. Got a couple of dollars more that it can go before it hits. That's a 1-year resistance level. That really is a 1-year resistance level. I have MU. It's recommended to sell and buy later. MU was the next one, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. If you're in it, you had to sit through this, which is poopy. I would have rather gotten out here when it closed in the middle lane. But if you're in it, there is some sunshine. There's some sunshine. It might be moving back up into the fast lane. But for all of the stocks that Ryan and I talk about, a great way to manage these stocks off of the star search is to look to see when it closes in the middle lane. Take half off the table. Look at that. You're locking in profits right there. 2 days, it's in the fast lane. Get in, boom, take it off the table. All right, let's go to the next stock. Rolls-Royce had its time. Look at this back and forthness on it. What do you think, Ryan?
I mean, it had a huge run.
Yeah.
But you can see the stock just kind of stagnant right now. It looks like it's taking a breath. DPOs are negative in the slow lane. I mean, if you're in the stock, probably not in a rush to sell it. Obviously, start protecting profits if you haven't already, since we're in the slow lane. But as far as getting back into it, I'd wait. Looks like we're getting, pretty range bound right now. Doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot. Wait for a breakout.
For any of you who are out there that like technical analysis, not that I do this often, but go look up Jerry D. Maguire of Trading on Twitter. He does a lot of great work, which is why we talk a lot about stuff on Twitter. Go look at that name that you see right there, and go check out his Twitter. He's really good, which is why I like asking him questions on some stocks that we may not agree on. But he's really good at what he does. He really is good at what he does. JD, I took care of you, bro. I did.
Nice.
CCJ. Ooh, look at jump on uranium. What do you think?
Big jump on uranium today.
Huh?
It's a big jump, and it looks like it just wants to break above that level of resistance you got there, that line. Right in the fast lane. I like it.
I do too. I like that level of resistance that it broke above and did so while being in the fast lane. I'd look for confirmation tomorrow, and it did it on good volume.
Yeah, if you're more aggressive and you decide to jump in this afternoon, I ain't mad at it. But yeah, if you want to be more prudent or conservative, waiting for that follow through tomorrow, making sure we remain in the fast lane, not a bad route to go. But if you want to tiptoe in today, maybe open up a little position. If you are more aggressive in nature, not the worst idea.
Okay. Last stock. No. That's all I got to say.
What stock is this?
I don't know. No.
This looks like one of Joey's stocks. Where's Joey?
It does. I didn't have GLW. Oh, GLW. All right, let's go look at GLW.
Great Wall Motors. Yeah, that's the 6 p.m. video right there.
All right.
That's the 6 p.m. video.
That's the 6 p.m. video. Now let's go look at a 3-month graph. Lou said I ignored him.
Oh, we got a year? Nice.
I'm not feeling that. I got a spinning top going. It's in the fast lane, but
we got a big jump up today, but wicks on both ends. I'm not sure who's going to win that battle.
I don't know either. It did go up on big volume though.
If I get in that position, I'm putting a stop at today's low. So if it gets any lower than today's low, that bottom wick, I would just get out of the trade.
That's a good stop. That's a good stop. All right, and there's GLW. Bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom. Ooh, what don't I like about that, though? Somebody type it in the room. Or Ryan, say what I don't like about that.
I would imagine volume dropping off as price is rising.
Yep. Is this an earnings play? When is earnings? What was the last earnings?
I mean, even though it is dropping off, it's still elevated levels. So I definitely get your concern there.
It's not until around the 30th of July, somewhere in that time period. We got time on that. Already have CCG sale. Yeah, I don't feel the volume on this. I like the move, but I don't like the volume. So if I play this, I will be playing this knowing that I'm losing conviction in the play. That I'm losing conviction in the play. All right, for all of the stocks, cool. Put us on just the duo scene, please. For all of those people, just like Ryan said, that if we did not look at your stocks, go to www.vectorvest.com/FSA. Is that it? I think it was FSA.
Yeah, FSA.
Go to FSA. You can get your stocks looked at. Free.
Free.
Right,
Can't beat free. That's the best price out there.
Off. Only 3 minutes. That's it.
Well, that's good because I got that live stream at 4 today.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to them.
You guys don't know, for subscribers of VectorVest, we're going to be rolling out a new format of our daily color guard report.
We lost Ryan again.
Oh, no, you lost me.
No, but
it's all right.
But they can still hear you. You can still hear him.
Can you hear me?
Yes or no,
okay,
chat?
Well,
can you still hear him?
Yeah, just that screen that doesn't have Ryan.
Okay, perfect. So starting next week, if you haven't gotten the heads up yet, the daily color guard, if all works out well, the daily color guards report is going to come out 3:55 at market close. Going to be more timely, more casual. Same great information. It's going to be in a community room, just like some of the other trading rooms. So we're going to do that. So I got to do that today at 4, just, testing out the room. And then daily color guard report. But tonight's 6 p.m. video, great video. We don't talk about it a whole lot, but we have the VectorVest blog on our website, vectorvest.com/blog. Tonight's video, I was reading the blog earlier this week. I actually saw an article about putting together a dividend portfolio. Great article. A lot of good questions in that article. What type, how many stocks should I own? How diversified? Where do I find these good stocks? So I'm going to show you where that article is in tonight's video. And I utilize the VectorVest 7 system. I go into watch list, Unisearch. I come across some great fish for you guys. So I put together a dividend portfolio, 10 stocks. So definitely check out tonight's video when you get the chance, when you get the alert. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you get the alert.
Absolutely. Guess what? John Boston says we can see Ryan with the broke back mountain background. I'm just...
Glenn, how bad did you want to say that?
I wanted to say that so bad. So bad. Ryan and I were just talking about that today. Thank you for that,
Glenn's
John. You just made
cowboy.
my whole day. You just made my whole day right there. Way to go, Ryan.
Yeah, well, thank you, Glenn. I'm glad I put a smile on your face. Buddy.
Yeah, I put up a smile on my face. All right. You want to sign off this week?
Yeah, I'll sign us off.
Okay.
Sorry for some of the technical difficulties. Joey will be back next week or so, but I guess that was my fault. I did exit my picture. But I wish everybody a great week this week. Don't get trapped in some of the volatility that you're going to see. You might see some head swings. We got CPI data. The Fed just spoke, so a lot of volatility. If you're more conservative in nature, being on the sidelines, wait for the dust to settle. Never a bad idea. If you are going to be more aggressive, right now the VectorVest 7 system is showing us to be a little bit more bullish than bearish at the time. But on that note, I wish you guys the best. Make lots of money. Watch tonight's video, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.
See